Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Amy Chai, and you're watching CT Politics TV. Now, I want to ask you a question. Whenever you hear the word ex con or felon or prisoner, I'm just wondering what runs through your mind. Um, are you afraid? Do you feel like it's someone you would want to hire? I feel like in our country, we kind of have two different narratives about justice involved individuals. The first narrative is what I call the media narrative. And if you've ever watched movies or TV, where it kind of pumps up the whole ex con image as being a dangerous, frightening, scary person. And if you watch the news, if you watch a lot of movies, you probably have the movie or media view of the felon community. And the other view we have is kind of the view that I've been brought up with in the medical world, and that's kind of the medical view, where we view felons or ex-convicts as patients, people who need help, perhaps mental health, perhaps reintegration back into the community. But we've always kind of been conditioned to think of a ex-con as somebody that we need to help. But I'd like to kind of present you with a third option. And that option is the human view of the ex-convict. What if that ex-convict is not someone who needs help, but someone who is able to help you? Someone who is helping the community in so many ways. So, if you want to hear more, hang on, and we're going to talk about some ex convicts who are really making a change. I'm going to start out today by talking about a nonprofit organization. It's called ROCC, or Reformed Offenders Creating Change. What a great name. And the founder, Stefan Miller, as you see in this photo, is actually helping first responders in this photograph. He's shown here bringing food to some of our wonderful first responders, feeding firemen. So, what Stefan does with his group is to really help the community in so many ways, helping the firemen, helping with pop up pantries, helping with the homeless, helping with neighborhood kids, helping to bring people together in the community, doing all sorts of things wherever the need may be for him. And so I would like for you to introduce you to Stefan and the work that he's doing. If so, just bear with me. I'm here right now today with Stefan Miller, and he is the founder of Reformed Offenders Creating Change, ROCC.
Yes,
Welcome,
we are the rock.
Stefan. The
Thank
rock,
you.
and we need this kind of a rock in our society. Reformed men who are really putting it out there to help the community.
And not just men.
Not just men,
Not just
women
men as
too.
well, yes.
That's right. There's women out there helping you out.
As well.
And I think it's really important for the kids to see you all doing this, and I'm so grateful for what you're doing.
And thank you for having us.
Can you tell me a little bit about your past? How did you get involved in getting in trouble in the first place? And then how did you get involved in thinking change needed to happen?
Well, it just so happens that since we are here at Get 'em Boy Boxing, I happen to grow up in this area as a youth. This is pretty much the area where I got my start getting in trouble towards my 11th or 12th age. It wasn't anything serious, but it was enough to get the attention of the police. A lot of juvenile stuff. It kind of trickled downhill from there as a young juvenile, 15, 16, up until I turned 19 and was sentenced to a lengthy sentence. It took 16 years of incarceration to kind of solidify it in my head that I can't do this any longer.
Yeah.
And at that point, when I came out, I figured, okay, what can I do to do something different? At the time, I started volunteering a lot. I probably volunteered at every soup kitchen, shelter, whether it's group home. I've given back to the halfway houses that I've been in, sober living. So I took that initiative and said, okay, what can I also do alongside of that, knowing that all the obstacles that we have coming out of jail. Mm-hmm. And I formed this organization 3 years ago during the height of the pandemic, when a lot of people were coming out of jail and just being let out, mm-hmm. and weren't being given anything because of the fact that the pandemic was out.
Yeah, and a lot of the public agencies were closed,
yes,
and everybody was hiding indoors. It must have been very rough.
Oh yeah, but luckily we had some really, really good supporters who donated a lot, mm-hmm. and helped kind of give these guys something to have during the time of their release. I was unable to do much, but the things that I was able to do was plenty. Some people were able to get housing through our organization. I touched base with a lot of people. I'm a member of the Reentry Roundtable, so we're always collaborating with one another.
Oh, okay. So, what's the Reentry Roundtable?
The Reentry Roundtable is it's a group of other organizations throughout the state dealing with reentry services, mm-hmm. Coming out of jail. We all collaborate. We all have a meeting every other week. So we're always, whatever events that we're having or whatever services that we're providing are listed on the Connecticut website. We have, like I said, weekly meetings to discuss anything and everything pertaining to reentry for our citizens that are coming home.
Okay. So how does ROCC, your organization, how does it fit in with the other service organizations? What do you do in your organization?
Well, for me, mainly, I've been doing so much. I kind of lost my focus, but still have the same focus. I've been helping a lot with the homeless community right now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of homeless right now.
Yes, between the original tent city on the boulevard and the new tent city now on Rosette Street, 203 Rosette Street. And I love them for what she did. She allowed 30 people to live in her backyard who were living in Tent City on the boulevard. So
yeah, right in her backyard.
Right in her backyard, she has 30 people living in tents. She has a big gazebo in the middle, and all the tents are lined up around the gazebo. They're allowed to sit there and congregate. So I've been doing a lot trying to help them with as much as possible.
And what do you help them with?
We help them with food, clothing, toiletries, appliances. We have people going over there, contractors, to help them make their kitchen more sustainable for the new residents, because if you're having that many people there, your kitchen has to be a commercial kitchen. We've contracted people to go and assist them with that. Again, I'm here at Get 'em Boy Boxing and the Big Crew. We try to lend a hand with any organization that's doing anything positive in the community, especially for the kids and the homeless, because right now, one will lead to the next. If we don't get to the kids now, they can be the next us going back to jail.
That's right.
That's our main focus. Our main focus is making sure that this doesn't trickle on. Whatever negativity could have been in their past, let that stay in the past. And all of this positive stuff that's going on in the city, we have a lot.
Yeah. So people creating change. A lot of we have a lot of government organizations, but that's not really enough. I mean, people creating change, working together.
Yes, I mean what do they call it? Grassroots.
Yes,
like
grassroots.
we're like on the ground running. We're not a big organization. I'm someone you can see and reach out to at any given time. Most of the time, a lot of people see me on the streets. I'm on social media heavily. I get contacted constantly about, what services we provide, or how can I help, or what can we do to help you guys. I'm so grateful for the many supporters who have decided to donate whatever it is. It doesn't always have to be monetary. It could be clothing. We have people who are in transitional housing. It could be something as small as some silverware. It could be something as, someone gave 10 plastic cups. So whatever it is that someone can do to help someone in a certain situation, we're here to kind of be the link. I kind of took that moniker as the link because I can link you to anybody who may be able to assist you in any way. If I can't get it for you, I know someone or another organization who has that ability to make that happen for you.
Yeah. So making community, it sounds like it's all about building community between people and between other groups.
Exactly.
And that's what's making the change.
Definitely. And being one of the original members, I think I spoke to you, of Building Bridges, this was one of the basic tenements of that group. It was to build a bridge from one community to the next.
Yes.
To make sure that we can meet halfway and have stuff done properly. And this was just a great way and a great means to get the word out and help as many people as possible, because none of us